We've all heard of the law of attraction. Like attracts like, thoughts become things, be careful what you think about. I talk all of the time about that chatter in your head, that constant, never-ending play-by-play of your whole life that's going on in your head. But have you ever heard of the law of reversibility? Just recently, I had never ever heard of it before, but it makes sense. It goes along with the law of attraction. An example of the law of reversibility is water can become ice. We all agree with that. And ice can become water. It can be reversed. We all agree with that. Well, how about if somebody gives you flowers, you feel happiness. That's wonderful. You feel gratitude, you feel great, somebody has given you flowers. How about if you reverse it and you just feel happy and you feel grateful for life in general? That will make the circumstances of somebody giving you flowers or something equivalent along those lines. But you don't have to get the flowers first before you can feel grateful and happy and loved. You can feel grateful and happy and loved, and that will make more of the circumstances where, for example, you could get flowers. I'm just using that as an example. It comes from Neville Goddard. Let me read it directly from the book here, and then we'll discuss it, because if you're like me, sometimes I need to dumb these things down just so I can understand them. Mechanical motion caused by speech was known for a long time before anybody dreamed of the possibility of an inverse transformation. That is the reproduction of speech by mechanical motion, the phonograph. So what that is saying is that everybody knew, or doctors knew, scientists knew, that speech was caused by mechanical things going on in our throat. But could you take something outside mechanically and make that make the sound of a voice? Yes, it's reversibility. Mechanical motion can make voice can become from mechanical motion. For a long time, electricity was produced by friction without ever a thought that friction, in turn, could be produced by electricity. So A can produce B, but B can also go back and produce A. Whether or not man succeeds in reversing the transformation of a force, he knows, nevertheless, that all transformations of force are reversible. If heat can produce mechanical motion, so mechanical motion can produce heat. Again, if A can produce B, B can produce A. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, if assumed and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. Again, it goes back to feeling the wish fulfilled. Feeling is the secret, which I've talked about in other videos. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, if assumed and sustained, again, it's sustained. It's like brushing your teeth. You can't just brush your teeth on Monday and then don't brush it again ever all the next week. You have to do it every single day. The feeling must be sustained. It must be ongoing. It can't be just a little blip that, oh, I felt it for 10 minutes and then move on. The feeling must be sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. So it'll produce that object in real life. If you're feeling loved as if you're loved by your partner, it will produce love from your partner. If you want to attract a loved one into your life, feel as if you already have it. Truly become loved and lovable, then that will attract that into your life. It is a circle. It can go either way, back and forth. Feeling is the secret and the law of reversibility. Ice can become water. Water can become ice. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Again, you can only deal with yourself and your own feelings and your own personality and your own circumstances. That's all you can change. So change yourself and feel the way you want to feel. Disregard the actual circumstances that are out there that are happening in your life. Don't feel negative emotions about your reality at the moment, but feel the way you would feel if there was a new reality for you, if you weren't living paycheck to paycheck, if you had that significant person in your life, if you were healthy. Feel that way already, and it will produce the health, the wealth, the love that you want. Feeling is the secret. It must be sustained. It's not a one and done thing. Has to be done all the time, every day. That's where affirmations come in. You must change that constant chatter in your head and get over the negativity, and the law of reversibility will come into effect. Again, directly from Neville Goddard, if a physical fact can produce a psychological state, then a psychological state can produce a physical fact. If the effect A can be produced by the cause B, then inversely, the effect B can be produced by the cause A. So keep that in mind, and you must feel it first, and then it will come into your reality. If you want to attract flowers into your life, be grateful right now and happy right now as if you had already received the flowers. And then good things will start happening for you. A will produce B, B will go back and produce A. And what comes first, chicken or the egg? I don't know. All I know is I can only change myself. You can't change other people directly. Now, if you change, the people around you start to change. It has happened in my life. People either, unfortunately, drop out of your life because they just don't vibe with the frequency that you're putting off, but you attract new people in your life. It's the expectation effect. You just expect things to go well for you, and things do go well for you. You feel the feelings first as if everything has gone well for you, and it just does. I can't explain it any more than that. It is miraculous, a miracle. It's a law. You don't have to understand it to use it in your life. Everybody says this as an example, but I don't understand gravity. But I can't just say that there is no such thing as gravity just because I don't understand it. It's still a law. You still will fall off the side of a building. Gravity is still there, no matter if you say, I don't believe it or not. The law of attraction is there. Like attracts like, thoughts become things. Your actions produce results out there in the world, and you can only control your actions. So control yourself, control that chatterbox in your head, that roommate, mostly that negative stuff that's going on. Do your affirmations, do your scripting, talk better to yourself, become your own best friend. Don't call yourself down. Don't be negative to yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat a loved one and a best friend. And do that to yourself. You owe it to yourself. And remember the law of reversibility. Feel it first and feel grateful for it and sustain that for a period of time. Different things come at different time intervals. We don't know how long certain things take, but just feel that way and life will change around you. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in another video.